The Russian Federation may have deployed mercenaries from the African Corps in Equatorial Guinea. Diario Rombe published the video on his X account. Mercenaries were reportedly spotted in the city of Bata. The Observer claims that vehicles with mercenaries were actively moving, which may indicate an expansion of their activities. The footage shows people wearing a universal camouflage pattern, multicam. But it is so popular worldwide, including among Russian mercenaries of the African Corps, that it is impossible to associate them with it. It is worth noting that in June, a Russian diplomatic mission consisting of Deputy Defense Minister Yunus Bek Yevkurov and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov held talks with the country's leaders. According to some reports, it is Yevkurov who is responsible for the main African groups of the Russian Federation, in particular for Libya, Niger, and Burkina Faso. At the same time, there is no information on the deployment of mercenary groups in the country in the media associated with Russian PMCs. In addition to the Russian Federation, Belarus also has interests in Equatorial Guinea, having deployed a small group of mercenaries from the Guard Service Company there. Militarny previously reported that the Russian businessman Viktor Granov, connected to arms dealer Viktor Bout, released as part of the US-Russia prisoner exchange, was reportedly on board the IL-76 cargo plane shot down in Sudan. The crash site was found to contain the service ID, South African driver's license, and expired passport of 67-year-old Viktor Granov, who was one of the crew members. According to a 2005 Amnesty International report, Granov, who was linked to Bout, was a South African businessman who ran 2 airlines that supplied arms to the Congo. On September 21st, it was reported that a fire broke out at a base of Russian mercenaries from the African Corps in Russia's Krasnodar Krai. Russia uses it to train its mercenaries, who are then sent to various conflict zones. After July 2023, the base began to train fighters from the so-called African Corps. The units of the Hetman Bohdan Khmelnytsky Presidential Brigade hit the armored vehicles of the invaders' assault units on the western flank of Vuhledar. In this sector, the Russians do not stop trying to break through, and Ukrainian defenders are destroying enemy equipment day and night, holding back the invaders' advance. The Ukrainian military noted that the invaders did not stop, and after breaking another of their convoys, they regrouped, collected the remains of equipment, and made new attempts to attack. The next convoy consisted of more than 15 vehicles. The enemy split up and tried to move towards 2 settlements at once. FPV drones hit some of the Russian armored vehicles, and some exploded on mines. The video captures the work of drone operators from the Hetman Bohdan Khmelnytsky Presidential Brigade, the Bulava UAV unit of the 3rd Mechanized Infantry Battalion, and the Khmer unit of the 20th Special Purpose Battalion. According to Ukrainian defenders, the enemy's tactics remain unchanged: to break through at any cost and unload the infantry despite heavy losses in equipment and manpower. It is noted that the enemy's plans are being disrupted, in particular, due to the coordinated work of the unmanned component of Ukrainian units. Aerial reconnaissance detects the movement of enemy equipment in a timely manner, and attack drones strike at it, including outside their defense area, supporting neighboring units in this area. A few days earlier, the Russians had attempted a massive mechanized assault in this area, involving a significant number of military vehicles and tanks. However, the Ukrainian military managed to detect the advance of enemy equipment in a timely manner and quickly prepared to repel the assault and destroy it. 2 weeks ago, a video surfaced showing a Ukrainian tank firing at close range on a Russian armored personnel carrier from the 810th Brigade in the Kursk region. In the video, a 19-year-old crew member recounts how he was abandoned, but later saved by Ukrainians.
Kyiv, Roman Astorovich, January 29th, 2005. We were riding in an APC, and boom, I look around. Everyone's by the window. Everyone's down. I couldn't see anything below me. I thought it had blown his whole leg off. They had to amputate it later. Somehow, I managed to get out of the armored vehicle. The door had been blown off, and underneath the APC, I squeezed into the back part. And just like that, we were on fire. I waited for someone to come. For at least a full day, if not two. Ukrainian soldiers. Honestly, I was so relieved. They came to help me out today. They brought a stretcher and hurriedly carried me away. They threw themselves into it, all out. It was only the Ukrainian soldiers who let me go.
Volodymyr Zelensky said that the information about Ukraine's desire to receive Tomahawk missiles, which was published by the New York Times the day before, was confidential. Ukraine and the White House had discussed it on the condition of secrecy. You see what is happening in the media now. They said that Ukraine wants or wanted to get a lot of Tomahawk missiles and so on. But this was confidential information between Ukraine and the White House. How to understand these messages? It means that there is nothing confidential between the partners, the president said.
When a lot of countries began to support victory plan, you see what's going on now in media, they said that Ukraine wants or wanted a lot of missiles like Tomahawk and etc. But it was confidential information between Ukraine and White House. How to understand these messages? So it means between partners there is no any confidential things.
Let's drink for Stalin. The nuns of a Srednoralsk women's monastery in Ural sing. Maybe someone should say to them that if Stalin was alive, they would be singing in the Gulag, because religion was forbidden in the USSR then. Footage was posted yesterday by someone claiming to be a Lebanese resident, which appears to show an unidentified stealth drone operating off the coast of southern Lebanon. The drone looks similar to the Northrop Grumman RQ-180, which entered active service with the U.S. Air Force in around 2016, but has a distinct body that does not match what few images have been seen of the RQ-180. Some have suggested that this may be the RA-01, a top-secret drone developed by Israel and only recently revealed by the leak of several highly classified U.S. intelligence documents related to an Israeli strike against Iran. However, what the RA-01 looks like or any of its design characteristics are still unknown.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.